Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on our future videos. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's probably crossed your mind more than once: jealousy. Why do we get jealous? What's going on in our minds when that feeling creeps up on us? Well, today, we're unraveling the mystery of jealousy from a psychological perspective. And trust me, it's more fascinating than you might think. So, stay tuned as we explore the roots of jealousy and how it affects our behavior. Jealousy is something that every single one of us has experienced at some point in life. Whether it's feeling envious of a colleague's success, a friend's new relationship, or someone's social media post showing off their dream vacation, jealousy is a complex emotion. But what exactly triggers it? Why does it arise? And how does it affect our thoughts, actions, and relationships? While jealousy might seem like a straightforward emotion, psychology reveals that there's a lot more going on beneath the surface. At its core, jealousy is a reaction to perceived threats, whether real or imagined, that jeopardize our social standing or the things we value. It's deeply tied to our social nature as human beings. Jealousy often emerges in situations where we feel as though we're being compared to someone else, or when we fear losing something important to us, whether it's a relationship, a job opportunity, or the admiration of others. These threats are often internalized, creating a feeling of insecurity that leads to jealousy. But jealousy isn't always a bad thing. In fact, it's an emotion that has evolved to serve a protective function. When you think about it, jealousy can be seen as an adaptive response to competition. Our ancestors lived in environments where survival was closely linked to social bonds and resources. For example, if someone was vying for a mate or a position of power, feeling jealous could have motivated us to act in ways that protected our social status or relationships. From an evolutionary standpoint, jealousy was, and in many ways still is, a survival mechanism. A way of maintaining our place in the social hierarchy and ensuring that we don't lose out on valuable resources. The emotional experience of jealousy isn't just about feeling threatened or left out. It's also tied to our self-esteem. When we experience jealousy, it often reflects a deeper sense of inadequacy or fear of not measuring up. We compare ourselves to others, whether we want to admit it or not, and when we feel like we don't match up, jealousy can be the result. It's a feeling that stems from a lack of confidence in ourselves, our abilities, or our worth. And that's where things get tricky. When jealousy starts to take over our thoughts and behaviors, it can quickly spiral into something unhealthy. Psychologists suggest that jealousy is a blend of cognitive, emotional, and behavioral components. Cognitively, we interpret a situation as a threat. This could be a partner showing interest in someone else, a colleague getting a promotion, or a friend receiving praise for something you've been working on. Emotionally, we might feel sad, angry, hurt, or even betrayed. Finally, our behaviors might reflect these feelings, whether it's withdrawing, lashing out, or trying to compete. These responses are often instinctive, as jealousy can trigger a fight-or-flight reaction. We're wired to protect ourselves, so when we feel threatened, our emotions and behaviors reflect that urgency. But the question remains, why does jealousy affect some people more than others? The answer lies in individual differences in personality, past experiences, and our own personal insecurities. People who have experienced trauma or betrayal in relationships, for instance, may be more prone to jealousy because they have heightened sensitivity to perceived threats. Those with low self-esteem or a lack of confidence may also be more vulnerable to jealousy, as they're more likely to compare themselves to others and feel inadequate when they perceive others as having something they don't. People with insecure attachment styles, which develop early in childhood, may also experience jealousy more intensely. Insecure attachment often leads to fears of abandonment or rejection, which can make any potential threat to a relationship feel much more significant. One of the fascinating things about jealousy is that it's not just about romantic relationships or career success. It can also arise in friendships, family dynamics, and even among strangers. Social comparison theory, a psychological concept developed by Leon Festinger, suggests that we evaluate ourselves by comparing ourselves to others. These comparisons can evoke jealousy when we feel that others are doing better than us in areas we care about. This might explain why jealousy is so common in the age of social media. Platforms like Instagram and Facebook bombard us with curated snapshots of other people's lives, and it's easy to fall into the trap of comparison. We look at someone's picture-perfect vacation photos or their beautifully staged lifestyle and feel envious, wondering why our own lives don't seem as glamorous. What we forget is that these images don't show the full picture. We're comparing our behind-the-scenes to their highlight reel. Interestingly, jealousy can also be a response to perceived inequities in social or professional settings. If you've ever been in a situation where a colleague gets promoted or praised for something you feel you've worked harder on, jealousy can arise. This type of jealousy is often rooted in feelings of unfairness and a sense that we've been overlooked. It's not just about wanting what the other person has. It's about feeling that we deserve the same recognition or reward. When we feel that someone else is getting something we think we're entitled to, it can trigger jealousy. So, how do we deal with jealousy once we recognize it? Managing jealousy is about more than just suppressing the emotion. It's about understanding its roots and learning how to transform it. The first step in managing jealousy is acknowledging it. When you feel jealous, pause and recognize that the feeling is present. It might be uncomfortable, but by identifying the emotion, you gain control over it. From there, it's essential to ask yourself what's triggering the jealousy. Is it insecurity, fear of losing something, or perhaps a lack of self-worth? Understanding the underlying cause of jealousy can help you address the root issue and move beyond the emotion. One of the most effective ways to combat jealousy is by building self-esteem. When you feel good about yourself, you're less likely to compare yourself to others. Focus on your strengths and celebrate your own accomplishments. Instead of seeing others as threats, start viewing their success as inspiration. Learn to appreciate the unique qualities that make you who you are, and remember that everyone's journey is different. Another powerful tool in managing jealousy is mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness involves observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. When jealousy arises, instead of reacting to it or letting it control your behavior, simply acknowledge it and allow it to pass. By practicing mindfulness, you can create space between your emotions and actions, helping you respond in a more balanced and thoughtful way. Finally, communication plays a crucial role in managing jealousy, especially in relationships. If you feel jealous, talk about it openly with the person involved. Whether it's a romantic partner, friend, or family member, discussing your feelings in a respectful and honest way can help resolve misunderstandings and build trust. Remember, jealousy often arises from fear and insecurity, so open communication can help reassure both parties and strengthen the relationship. In conclusion, jealousy is a natural but complex emotion that has deep roots in our psychological and evolutionary makeup. While it's something we all experience, it doesn't have to control our lives. By understanding why we get jealous, addressing the underlying causes, and using healthy coping strategies, we can manage jealousy and prevent it from damaging our relationships and sense of self-worth. So next time you feel that familiar pang of jealousy, take a step back, reflect on its source, and remember that you are enough just as you are. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, drop a comment below with your thoughts, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you in the next video. Stay awesome.